Girl, you got me together today, champ. Let me go put on something cute. Good morning, gorgeous. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be looking in the mirror because this is better for me. So anyway, I got everything pulled out that you use. Now, what I'm gonna start with, as we discussed, face washed, face moisturized, ready to go. Okay. Now, I'm gonna start off with primer. I believe you brought that primer. I'm gonna put a little primer on the areas that you said you was gonna be putting makeup on. So like a couple of those little dark spots right around here. Okay. And I just pat it on like this because it's sticky primer. I think we bought that. All right, primer done. I'm using this because this is kind of darker. I typically use this as contour because you bought the part contour and you said you're gonna put it down here. So I'm gonna use this one because I believe this one is a little darker, and I don't. I'm gonna put it down here where the same places where you was gonna put yours. So put it right there. I typically have a lot of mines like right down here in the neck area. I hope you can see that good, but right there. Right there. All right. Then, as you remember, we got this thing. So remember I said right now it's dry. I said it needs to be just a little bit damp. And by very little bit, I mean a very little bit. So I just a little bit of water just to make it a little damp. And then go ahead and just on the areas that you had said you wanted to do it. Okay. Just a little bit, not a lot. Okay. Just cover up those spots that you mentioned. I could put something right there, actually. Right there, maybe right there. Probably right there. Just these little spots that we talked about. Yep. Because we're going for minimalistic. So it's a little damp right here. Just a little water I'll put right there. It ain't got to be perfect. Just got to blend it in. I'm not going no upward direction or nothing. I'm just kind of mainly just patting and smoothing out the lines or whatever. So again, this is one that I typically don't use because I found that it matched me more. So I don't use this for, what's it called? Contour, because I contour right here. But as you can see, this worked out fine, I think, for the purposes of like what you was using yours for too. So I think it worked out fine. So if you see, that's kind of a little noticeable right there. So you just try to smudge it in a bit. And then sometimes you could use the opposite end if you feel like you just need to, you know, take it down a notch or just kind of make it look more even. So as you notice, like, so, all right, so boom. That part's done. Your contour is done. Contour, concealer, 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 concealer is done. Okay. Then, hold on, I got a call. So, in the camera, I feel like it looks different, but in person, I feel like it looks better. But anyway, so now we're on to the eyeshadow. Oh, that we needed to put primer on the eyeshadow. Okay. That's how eyeshadow stays. That's how. So you take your primer and you put it right here. That primer that you bought. I mean, dang girl, I'm sorry. Concealer. That's how eyeshadow stays. It stays with concealer. All right. Take your sponge again. It should still be a little damp. Mine's been dried out because I was on the phone call for 30 minutes. So I just put a little bit more water on it. And just dry it up a little bit. Then this is what you do, okay? Take that concealer. Do that. This is how eyeshadow stays and avoids the creases. That's how. You see that? That's how it stays. Okay? Then you do this side. Now this is definitely like a pat type deal. Oh, my contact. So when I get to, and now you see I pat, and then when I'm trying to get the corner, I just pat a little bit in the corner, pat the top, and I'm patting up here just a little bit, not that it's a big deal, but there. Now, that's on there. That's fine. That's how you do that. And you let that dry for like a minute, okay? Because you don't want no creases in your eyeshadow. And that's how you stop the creases, okay? Now we're moving to the eyeshadow. And you had said that, like, let's say, for instance, so I got this. This is one Dollar General CoverGirl. This is blush. And you have bought the blush and was like, okay, can I put that on my eyes? Yes, you can. So let's try it. Eyeshadow brush, the firmer kind of one, or whatever. So you can do that, or you can use the palette that we bought. This is a palette that I found somewhere, and you can use that neutral color that I was telling you about, which to me is gonna be, well, looking at it, this one is a little more neutral. That one is a little more darker, and I don't want the darker one. I want this neutral one. It's kind of light, but now the key, don't you forget to do this. When you get it on the brush, you gotta tap. You gotta tap some of that off. It's a lot. Gotta tap it off. Okay? So I probably put too much on my brush. But anyway, you're gonna tap it off so it don't be a lot. And then you just start. 1, 2, 3. Tap, tap, tap. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm just doing the eyeball. So I'm not doing up here and I'm not doing over here. I'm just doing anything that's in the eyeball, because there's a crease right there. Like your eyeball, that's where I'm stopping basically. So you basically just putting it all in the eyeball. Okay? Base. This is the base. And it's very neutral looking. It's very neutral looking. You can barely see it, but it do look different from the contour one. Looks like nothing is there. I mean, look like it's contour. That's more eyeshadow skin, but it's definitely neutral. All right, so keep doing that. All right, then, and I flip my brush over a little bit, so you don't need a lot. I just did this like 3 times. Look in the mirror. All right, looks fine. Now move to the next side. There. Now, that's fine for the base. Now we're just gonna go with the pink. Now we're gonna go with the pink. Pink I have is the blush, so I'll just use that. So I'll just take this, get some of that. That one ain't tapping off a lot because it's different. It's a different kind of powder. Ain't nothing flying off of this hardly. But that's the blush. So let's see how that turned out. I don't really probably need to tap that because it's not as loose as that other stuff. So this is my 3rd round. This is the 3rd round. I'm still patting, as you can see. Hopefully you can see a little pink shining through versus no pink over there. I do the front and back of my brush. Yeah, that was a 2 tap. And again, I'm only going in the eyeball area. That's because that's really all you need, because you're just doing minimal. I flip my brush over a little bit. I brush both, get both sides. 1, 2. And then do a little tappy tap. And then boom, 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 pat, 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 all in the eyeball, all in the eyeball, okay? If you can stand back and see in the mirror, you'll see this one is more pink than that one. You want it to be a little pink. You just want a little boop. Okay, the camera don't show it as good to me, but the mirror do. So it don't really matter how many times you do this. It's just a matter of like how much pink you want to show, how much of that color you want to show. But as you can see it more on this side than that one. So now let's move to that one. So let me just do that. Feel free to fast forward through some of this. This is my second round. Again, I'm just in the eyeball. Like, I'm trying not to go past the eyeball. Like, because if you put your thing right here, you press the eyebrow. If you put it up here and you press, you can see it. That's the crease. That's where I pretty much stop at. Put your thing right here, press on the eyeball. Put your thing up here. That's pretty much where I'm stopping at. Okay? Yeah, now they both a little more pink. And it's not like a lot of nothing, you know? Just a little shine. A little shine. All right, that's it. Now, that brush that she had bought, that's the other brush you bought. It's kind of like this, but kind of not like this. But this is the brush. So what I would do, just to make sure it's no like harsh lines, which it's really not, and we're not no experts, but if I'm honest with you, I can see in my mirror the separation between eyebrow and this. So then I'll just do a little choo. It's just basically just like trying to brush out the lines, which it really ain't no lines, but you just kind of, as you can see, I'm just trying to like, yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of like what looks like the difference between where I put it and where I didn't. It's kind of like the blending part. Like, that's what I'm doing. And I didn't put nothing on this brush. All right, now, where you was talking the cheeks. So now I'm using the same thing. Do the cheeks. Now you want to use the brush that you brought, that other brush that you brought. And I'm just rubbing it into the blush, because blush powder is different than the eyeshadow powder I'm seeing. Because I never have to really tap the brush powder. So I see it on my brush. I smile, put it on my cheeks. And it's like I'm just doing a little circle-y motion. But when I get up here, I just do a little boop up here, because that's what's the name to do hers, Naomi Campbell. You don't have to, but I liked when she said that, and I started doing it like that in a year of my research. So you smile. Let's do one side first so you can see maybe the difference. So you smile, get in the cheek area, and then I do a little upward a little bit. So you probably can't see the difference that good, but it's very minimalistic, very, very, kind of what you was going for, you know? And then this the third time a little bit, because I just want to show it a little bit. Now I can kind of see the difference if I look in the mirror where pink, no pink. So that was like 3 times. So I put some more in here. Now do this side. Just a little bit of boop, boop, boop. Like, it don't matter. To me, it don't matter. Sometimes I swirl it around in the cheek. Sometimes I just brush it up a little bit, because Naomi Campbell said she liked to go up here. So I started going up here. I was like, shoot, Naomi Campbell said she go up there. So now you can probably see the pink a little bit. And again, it's different because of the light that I'm looking at in the mirror, and the light in the camera is different. But it's very subtle and just a little something. And then if you want to, last but not least, you take your powder and you can like brush it over the top of your forehead a little bit. Not like the middle part of the forehead, but just literally the top. I always do that a little bit. All right, so we've done the eyeshadow, we've done the powder. Only thing we got left is mascara and lips. So I bought this one a long time ago. It's brownish. I didn't put no chapstick on. But, oh well. I don't like putting on chapstick before lip stuff, because it make it too greasy or something. It don't do right. So now, as far as tracing your lips, I remember you was talking about that. So it's not, so you just trace them. Like, just think about when you was a kid and just trace it. And try to do swoops. Like, try not to do like that. Instead, try to do. Guess what I'm trying to say is try to do long lines. But you see how I messed that up? That's okay. You just go back over and do it again. Because you're going to blend it in. So y'all got to feel that out. No biggie. Yeah, and then it's fine. Yep. So this that pink one I got that I was showing you, but I don't know what color it is no more. It even rubbed off here. But I used that. And then I was trying to find like similar to what you had got. This is pretty, I think I mean this one, because this one is more like what you got. You know what black phone is? Black phone? I don't know. You gotta find that. Yeah, I don't know. So I think that is similar. So let's try this. Yeah, because it's pretty neutral. It's not really pink. It's definitely neutral. Blend it all together. So I put more liner on than I wanted to. But that's okay. When I do that and my lips be too dark for me, then what I do, I try to find like a lightening up one that I got maybe. Like I got this one time before. It's kind of light. And then I'll just like, I'll try to get it in there to lighten things up. Yeah. Lips is an experiment, child. Okay, and I rubbed that off because I know I got some of the stuff on there that I didn't want to be on there. And I put that up. Yep. Looks fine to me. Put your eyeshadow on, lips. Girl, wait a minute. All on my teeth is this. There we go. Then you put your eyeshadow on. I still use this, but sometimes I use. This is what I was looking for at the store. I got this from the beauty supply, girl. I use this for blush too. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I use this, and it looks like whichever one is more filled up right now. Don't know, but we're just gonna try this. Girl, you might be on to something without no foundation, because I'm kind of feeling this. And it don't feel like I got on no heavy makeup or nothing. Okay. Do this one. All right. I think we in there like swimwear. I think we used everything. And then I clean up. Put my stuff up. And I think we're done. And then I got my hair tied up because I'm putting me on a weave ponytail today, champ. And that's how your look is gonna be. And girl, you got me together today, champ. Let me go put on something cute. All right. Simple, easy. I feel good. I feel refreshed. Have a good day. Hope this helps.